All right, I haven't talked about the Raiders, I know, for some time, but it really annoys me with what happened yesterday and how the Raiders became the story. You all know what happened. I think everyone knows the verdict and so on. George Floyd, I don't need to repeat that news. But what happened, of course, after is that the Raiders became the story shortly after when they just tweeted, I can breathe, right across the screen, and then just left it at that. No context. You see a 420 on there. I know. That just happened to April 20th. I know. But it was tone deaf. Absolutely tone deaf tweet from Mark Davis. And whether it was Mark Davis himself or the social media team, I don't know who did that, but absolutely stupid. Now, I have seen there was a statement from, was it George Floyd's brother or family saying they support the Raiders and so on, trying to do damage control. But how do you not know what your words can mean? I mean, when these people that run social media accounts, most of them are professional millennials who are probably in their 30s or someone who's experienced and knows how to run an account like this. Yet somehow the Raiders don't put any context. It just kind of stands there with just three words. And then some of us are thinking about Eric Garner, that the story I think from out of New York, the guy where he couldn't breathe, or I believe he died of being suffocated. Or you're thinking about how, in reality, George Floyd cannot breathe because he's been gone for about a year now. Just you could have just quoted George Floyd's brother, or you could have said justice served, or you could have just said nothing. Which fine, maybe that's a little too much, but you retweet the NFL. You could have made a statement that mirrors what the NFL tweeted, which I believe they retweeted that. But how do you not understand how to tweet and realize what your words can mean if you say the wrong thing? Like it backfires, and Mark Davis said it won't be deleted. I think it's still there as I'm talking. It's the pinned tweet. He basically doubled and tripled down on this, and he talks about support. Fine, it sounds all well intentioned. People may want to give a pass and sugarcoat this, but you can't get it wrong. Okay, there's a time you cannot get things wrong by not realizing you're out of touch with reality when this can mirror something, and doesn't mean anything's over. Okay, just because the brother said that they can breathe on justice being served and what happened, it doesn't mean the war's over, guys. There's a lot of issues in this world happening. I don't need to go into details of what's happened, but it's just a band-aid. This whole thing is just a band-aid. Just because of one case doesn't mean it's going to end. There's still a lot that's going on ahead, and just by tweeting I can breathe, it shows how out of touch Mark Davis really is. And here's the thing: how did the people who were like the advisory team? You have multiple. The people who run these accounts, it's usually multiple people. It's a staff, a very experienced millennial, usually someone that knows what they're doing. And they're supposed to be like advisors. If not anything, you talk to the PR staff, you talk to people that, especially those who work in PR, how dangerous and risky things can get. Now, I don't know how the advisors did not say anything. I don't know if Mark Davis himself tweeted it. I really doubt it. But if somebody just followed orders from Mark Davis and nobody took a stand, or nobody actually thought, wait, that can mean something, that could have consequences, y'all are stupid and tone deaf. I don't know. I felt pretty ashamed last night when I saw that, and I wanted to be ranting on the internet about it. But I waited. I waited a day to just kind of cool down, and now I'm seeing Floyd's brother doing the damage control statement of support. But you already look dumb, out of reality, out of touch. You're not thinking. It's just not just being insensitive. It is being absolutely dumb. And for a team that's taken a lot of losses in the last 18 years, you already lost one in the schedule, which is going to get released next month. You've already taken one already. I don't know about you, but it'll just be short term, supposedly. I don't know. It's really sad to know that the Raiders just were not aware what they were saying for a day. And I think that's probably one of the most cringeworthy tweets in the sports realm. I'm not talking athletes. I mean, you saw LeBron even said something. Celebrities say a lot of things, but the team has to say something professional, and you have to get it right. There's just no way around it. So I don't know about you, but I was pretty turned off just when you say something like that. I don't know. I don't know how these people on the staff got it wrong. And Mark Davis has tripled down in on everything. So Yeah, as for Minnesota, I can just say I drove through that area and stopped at Matt's bar for the sandwich in Minnesota, Minneapolis. And it wasn't far from where all the action happened. Not where Floyd was murdered, but where the protests and the flames. Like, it's really sad. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of shops. All the glass was shattered. It was on the streets normally. I think the streets were cleaned up by volunteers, a lot of people who live there, but I could tell those that live in the area, especially if you're a business owner, it was pretty hopeless. It felt miserable how much the sea was burning down. All the plywood covering the broken windows. That's all I saw when I was driving through that area. And I don't know what's made of it now, but when I was there about a month after the action, it was sad. And I really wish the best on the communities and those that were burned up all nationwide. I know that my area, my home area of San Leandro, people were attacking the houses, which is really screwed up. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I am happy, of course, of the verdict. They did get that correctly. We didn't see burning and stuff overnight. There was some relief there, but it is just a band-aid to the whole thing of what's happened, and there unfortunately will be more problems to come. So yeah, Raiders, you took an L. You're tone deaf. What the hell were you doing? That's all I can say.